Hi guys, this isn't normally a type of video that I make. I'm actually not sure how good lighting is for this, but I will hopefully be able to edit that in post-production. My name is Talia. Welcome to Talia Nerds Out, and I am doing a quick video, hopefully quick, to take part in the Curio tag that I see going around booktube right now. We will see. I don't know how long this will be, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started. My bookshelves do tend to be a mess. First thing is I've got a little teacup amigurumi with my tools that I use to fix my knit stitches when they come out, or if I drop a stitch, I can fix it easily. I can also use that as a cable needle. Sorry. Then I also have a shawl pin just for when I get cold. It'll keep the shawl on. Next to that is my rosary making supplies, which is all that's on top of. I think I mostly have books from antiquity here. Rome and Britain, Pharaohs of the Sun, and underneath there I have more knitting, my book journal with the book I still need to finish putting into the book journal, more rosary making stuff. I have a couple that I need to make for Christmas gifts. Then I have, this is something I use like if I want to knit while I'm reading. I have this little thing to keep my book open. That's my stamp that I use in my book journal and in my books, just as it's part of my library. Then there's my library stamp. Let me back up a bit. That I use for stamping my library card dates. Otherwise, I'm editing my knitting podcast right now. Just books. That's my Agatha Christie shelf. I keep my bookmarks in that Hobby Lobby Batman box. And up there I have my book prop, I guess. It's a stand. It's kind of like you have a music stand, but I use it for books. Another way I can read books hand-free. More books. Yeah, let's see. Oh, my tea warmer, which is great because I take a lot of accidental naps. I use that just because, dripping tea. Water bottles that a friend made for me. Okay, let me go to another bookshelf. This one is more of a unintended bookshelf. These are the books I am reading currently, or I'm optimistically thinking I'm going to read currently. I have there Michelangelo, which I really should be currently reading at this moment if I want to get this done before October. And that's Michelangelo and the Pope's Ceiling. Just going to tilt this a little bit so you can see the titles that I have here, those include ones that I will be reading for next quarter. These are my library cards and my library catalog cards that I've made for the books that I'm currently reading. This is for Persuasion, which I recently finished, so I need to put that in my book journal. I have my library cards organized by Dewey Decimal System, but I have the catalog codes organized by author name so I can find them more easily. Like here. That's under B. I've got Venerable Bede here. And, well, that's where I put my breakfast when I'm taking my meds in the morning, that little container. And, of course, my fictional books are next to my nonfiction. This is probably my messiest book area. Well, this isn't really part of my bookshelf, but you can see different things. Different bunny things. When I was still a nurse, my parents got me that really creepy whatever that is that's dressed as a nurse. toy car that a friend made me or a neighbor made me when I was very little. My sister's got me most of the bunny stuff. A duck that the same neighbor gave my sister. She probably would have gotten rid of it, so I kept it. A couple of books here that I do intend to read that I've shown already. A couple of rosaries that are drying because the picture in the center came off, and so I'm fixing it. Actually, hopefully the fixative has taken. Oh yeah, that's taken. Sweet, I can give that back to her. Make sure that's not so tacky. Okay, sweet. Alrighty. This is a bunch of my knitting stuff. One of my favorite knitting help books is Knit Speak. Then I've got just knitting patterns in different folders. Some of my knit design books, things like Fair Isle, not techniques, motifs, a stitch Bible, just things that I can use when I'm designing knit patterns. Going upwards. Okay, yeah, some more rosaries hanging there. Medicine cabinet. I used to have this at my workplace when I was still able to work. No admittance except on party business if I had a patient in with me. And, whoops. Speak, friend, and enter if I didn't have a patient with me. Another medicine bag that a family member, my mom made. This is my SAT probe, my oxygen heart rate probe, my stethoscope with a stethoscope cozy that I made for it and designed for it because I was tired of cracking the stethoscope tubing because the natural oils on your neck can make the tubing brittle and break. And that affects your ability to listen to heart sounds and lung sounds. Anyway, you don't care about that. My alarm clock. Then, of course, all the books. I don't think I have any other curios on the shelves themselves. Most of the curios are on top. Yeah, this really is mostly books on here. I believe my dad might have made the bookshelf when he and my mom first got married. So that's cool. One more bookshelf to show with curios. So, I lied. I forgot how many bookshelves I have around. So this is the one I keep beside my bed, as you can see. This here, well, I'll get to that in a second. This keeps more shawl pins in it. And this is my Jane Austen set. I keep my hairbrush, watch bands there. Another thing where I keep my glasses case. This also opens. Oh yeah, fingerless mitts for my wrist cold. And some of the things I plan on reading. This is my to read for the coming quarter. And I will show that in another video. More like my books I like to have beside my bed. These are mostly Timothy Zahn books. Including the ones I haven't read yet. My tissue box, which is in a wood box very similar to these. This is a little reading light. This here is a book pillow. Going up, these are all my Tolkien books. This is my migraine lamp, or light sensitivity lamp. I can have orange light as well as night lights for when the lights are bothering me. So that's this book area. I think I really do only have one left to show you. And yeah, this is my lamp from my very nice bedroom set that I picked up right out of college. But anyway, on to the last bookshelf. This is probably my most curio-heavy bookshelf. These bookshelves were made by my dad actually for books, but it ends up sharing space with yarn. So up here are all these crochet toys that I designed. These are just some of them. Others are spread out other places. I have some on over the top of my curtains to prevent light from coming up so it makes it better for my light sensitivity. So those are the bookworms that I designed. There's the original one up there, but you can't see his glasses very well. But yeah, that's my sea turtle I designed, dachshund, bunny, Siamese, other cat, bunch of yarn, different weights. This is my tea shelf. There is my tea guide. It has different tips and tricks about steeping tea. I forget what books are next to those. Then that's a crochet donut I made. A really nice knitting bunny mug that a friend had designed for me and then sent it to me. I think it's super duper cute. It's really huge though, so I don't use it a ton. I really have to want a lot of fluid at one time. More tea stuff. Oh, this is my Kings and Queens of England mug from the it's the something Philosophers Club. This is the dinosaur donut that I made. Friend gave me a book of crochet donuts. I need to finish the snake I'm working on. Oopsie, back up. Made my mom a teddy bear, which she has. This is the book part of that shelf. I've been trying to work through my yarn collection so that I can make more room for books. I don't need to have like several sweaters worth of yarn at one time. I've collected this yarn over the years. I don't need to have all the yarn at once. I need to make some room for books. So yeah, there's all my books. A lot of it's ancient, although I am having to start stacking books on top of each other until I clear up some more yarn space. Yeah, and then there's more yarn over there, and then everywhere, everything from here downward is yarn. So yeah, and that means I have 3 more shelves of yarn that I'm not going to show because it's just yarn and everything. It's messy on the floor down there, so I'm not showing that. Okay, so that's all I have to show for curios on my bookshelves. I don't think I'm missing any bookshelves. And all my other books are kept in storage in boxes downstairs. The ones that I have finished reading recently that I don't think I'll immediately reread or that I'm going to immediately want to read for the first time, just because of a lack of space up here. Like I said, eventually I do need to whittle down some of these little containers of yarn, consolidate a bit, and then I will be able to fit more books. I'd like to be able to consolidate that little red box of DK yarn with one of these, and then I'd have a whole shelf for books, which would be cool. I almost forgot to show among my curios one that will soon be joining the rest of them. This is the snake donut I am currently making. He's really cute, finishing up his tail, and then he has some stripes. I'm pretty sure he's meant to be a rattlesnake. First of all, he's got what looks to be a telltale rattle there. And then he has the viper shape to his head, that kind of arrowhead shape that vipers usually have. So I ended up giving him the cat eye shape, the little slit for the pupils that is usually seen in vipers over in the non-venomous snakes. So yeah, so he's almost done. I think either he's going to go up here if he fits there. I think he'll fit pretty well there on top of that book. Or he can go on top of the Agatha Christie's. But I think there'll be room somewhere on top of my books for my little rattlesnake. So yeah, that is in fact the last curio that I have to show, because he is very close to being done and will probably join the books very shortly. This is a bit of a poor quality video, but I did want to show the finished snake curio in his natural environment. So he's going to be sitting on top of Gone with the Wind. I normally have Charles Dickens in here, and a couple, as you can see, a couple other books. So I think this is going to be his new home. Oh, and he's also in front of Thomas More. So He might move at some point, but right now this is where he's going to be sticking his tongue out at me. But yeah, just wanted to show where he is now. Anyway, just wanted to add him to my collection of curios. Thank you very much for joining me, and you have a blessed day. Bye.